Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we are looking at our Hollywood Racks Destination 2 bike rack here on our 2018 Ford Fiesta. So the Destination bike rack is really good when it comes to being lightweight as well as portable. So if you need something that's really easy to lift, carry, and install into your hitch, this may be a very good option for you. So let's take a look at the way our bike is mounted to our bike rack. We have 3 mounting points. So we have 1, 2 wheel straps, and then we have this frame mount here in the middle. I like the design of the frame mount here on our Destination because of how it provides 360-degree rotation. So depending on where your frame is on your bike, you can move this up, down, side to side, as well as around in order to accommodate frames of different shapes and different sizes. But when you want to take your bike off, you start at those wheel straps. So you press this lever, and then you pull that wheel strap out, and I recommend rotating them to the side. That way they don't get tangled up in your spokes when you take your bike off. So 1 strap, 2 strap, then we go over here to the frame. Now please try to figure out the best way to hold on to your frame as you do so, because once you release that frame mount, this bike may tip back and you don't want that happening. So hold on to your frame, press that lever, and pull that strap out all the way, and once that is released, you can then tilt your bike back a little bit, lift it up, and then you're ready to go on a bike ride. And with the bicycle out of the way, we get to take a closer look here at our bike rack. So here at etrailer, we started calling these cradles the wings because of the way they're designed. Notice how they tilt downwards, and that's going to be able to accommodate different wheelbases. The maximum wheelbase this can accommodate is up to 50 inches. And here on our wings or on our cradles, we have these ratcheting straps. These straps have a cushion here at the top, so just make sure to position that rubber cushion on top of your wheel as you ratchet that strap down. What that's going to do is that's going to help protect your wheel from extra scuffs and scratches during transport, but also give it a little bit more grip and traction and really hold on to that wheel. Now this bike rack does not tilt away, so if you do want to access your hatch, you will have to take your bike off. But notice that we don't have to put down this mast in order to open our hatch. Just by taking the bike off, we can open that hatch, access our trunk, grab our bikes, our water, our helmets without having to take this bike rack off. Now for other vehicles, you do have to lower the mast, and if you just want to bring this down so that it's in a nice portable position, I'll show you how to lower that mast. So what you need to do here is you have this knob, and this knob is holding that stand in place. So release that knob, push that stand back down, and tighten that knob down, and from there you can lower your mast. Now you have different options here for securing your mast. What I actually like to do is I like to put these cradles over and away, and then I will use the wheel strap. So that wheel strap is going to go around and then back into that holder, tighten that down, and that's going to hold your mast into place. All right, so whenever you're carrying around the bike rack, there is going to be some length added to the back of your vehicle. We already have a smallerish car, and we also have this smallish bike rack. So let's see exactly how much length it's going to add to the back. So measuring from our rear bumper right over here on our Fiesta to the end of the bike rack where these nice plastic reflectors are, it sits at 24 inches. So that is on the short side for a 2-bike rack, but it's still a length you're going to have to keep in mind whenever you're backing into your garage or trying to park into a really tight spot. Let's also take a look at ground clearance. Now ground clearance is very important on this vehicle, so let's take some measurements here. From the middle of our bike rack, we have a ground clearance of 16.5 inches. Now at the end of the wings, your ground clearance is now 11.75 inches. And underneath the shank, right where that hitch is, your ground clearance is 6.5 inches. So notice how you have that shank rise. So from the hitch, it goes up towards the bike rack, which is going to be very helpful when you're going up steep inclines like driveways or hills, because as the front goes up, your back goes down, and you're going to appreciate the extra ground clearance that this gives you. So this has a weight capacity of 35 pounds per bike, which is pretty average for a bike rack. If you do have heavier bikes like an electric bike, this may not be the best option for you, but most of your mountain bikes, road bikes, regular bikes are well within that weight capacity. All right, another thing you can do with this is you can fold this up. So you're gonna lift this clip out right over there, and you're gonna rotate this bolt. So once that bolt is out, notice how it has a string, so you can just let it dangle right over there, and then fold the bike rack up and put that bolt back into place. Now try to make sure you get this bolt as secure as possible. That's what the knob's there, just to help you out, because this is holding that tray into place and secure. So if you do feel any wobbling around, try to make sure and check that this is secure and use this clip. There you go, just to keep that in place. All right, we'll take some more measurements with it folded up. Measuring from our bumper to the end of the bike rack right here at the middle, it sits at 7 inches. Now it sticks out a little bit further due to where that shank is. So that's going to be 11.5 inches, which is about in line with where those wings are. Closest point is going to be right there where your cradles are. Try to pull those straps back into your mast just to reduce that space. And that will bring you 3.5 inches of clearance between the two if you have those straps tightened down. Big difference compared to when it was folded down. You definitely want it in this position when you're driving around town. You're not planning on bringing your bikes out just yet, but you still want to keep your bike rack on your vehicle just to save you some time and effort. Notice also how our bike is folded up like this. Our rear window is clear. Our license plate is completely visible, as is our backup camera. So that keeps you safe as well as legal on the road, because even with it folded up, even with your bike rack on, you can still see behind you. All right, let's talk about how this fits into our hitch. So this has an 1.25 inch shank, fits right into our hitch receiver here. If you happen to have a 2-inch hitch receiver on another vehicle, there's an adapter that comes with this that works with that. It comes with an anti-rattle bolt as well as a lock. It also has a tool to tighten down that anti-rattle bolt, but I recommend picking up a wrench with a 3/4 socket, because that makes it a lot easier to tighten it down. And notice how that's in place as I shake our bike rack around. I'm mainly shaking the vehicle, showing that that connection there is tight and secure, and any rattle and any sway you're gonna feel from the road is from the road and not from an improper connection between the two, making for a smoother ride for your vehicles all around, which is important, especially with how small our vehicle is. Since it does stick out a little bit past our car, we want to make sure that that rattle and sway is gone. All right, so my final thoughts about this bike rack is I love how small and compact this is. With it folded up like this, I could probably fit it lengthwise somehow into my vehicle. Definitely easy to put it into my garage. This is also one of the few bike racks I can carry on my own, since it's about 20 pounds. So that really makes a big difference too when you think about bike racks. You want to save as much weight capacity as you can get here on your vehicle and use that to carry the important things like your bicycles. So that was a look at the Hollywood Racks Destination 2 bike rack here on our 2018 Ford Fiesta.